Writing this book's been an incredible journey for me. It's not the book at the end as it was at the beginning. I think I started off thinking I had to find evidence and justify how I felt, just as I do in my day job. You know, you have some data and you need to back it up. Why is it that number? Why is it that figure? I have these conversations all the time with my clients. But feelings aren't like that. We can't prove our feelings. We can't back it up with evidence. And I think so often we look to validate how we're feeling if other people feel like that too. But that doesn't mean that if no one feels like that, our feelings aren't real. They're very real to us. What I've learned along the way is that actually it's so much more complex than just calories in and calories out. And I think it's even more complex than these slimming jabs are promising. Looking at how I ate and being honest with myself was the first step, but actually I had to do a lot of digging into why I felt like I did about food and how much of it was caught up in practices that had been established throughout all of my life. But the good news is it's an incredibly healing journey, and I feel much better about myself and how I look. The fact that I can sit and do these videos for a start or have my photograph taken is something that I never thought would have been possible. I was always very self-conscious about how I look, and I'm still self-conscious about how I look, but I don't let that determine who I am. And I think that's the biggest shift in me that's happened throughout writing the book and through healing my relationship with food. And you know, it's an ongoing process. It's not like stopping drinking where you can kind of draw a line under it, and yes, you might get tempted again, but actually there's a definitive no. You have to eat, so it gets really difficult because you have to make those choices, and the decisions that we make daily are the things that actually affect our lives. I hope wherever you are on your food journey, you can draw hope and inspiration from this and know that you aren't alone, and that however you're feeling is perfectly valid and you don't need to justify it to anybody else.